Yesterday at this time, we told you about the problems at Ground Zero New York, where 7 years after the 9/11 terror attacks, the proposed Freedom Tower rebuilding plan remains a symbol of engineering and bureaucratic incompetence. Tonight, we want to bring you an intriguing potential solution. Supporters argue would recapture our nation's can-do spirit and would send an inspiring message around the world. The idea involves rebuilding the Twin Towers stronger, taller, and safer. Ken Gardner is a design engineer who's been working on the detailed plans for years. His plans have been embraced by top architects, building engineers, 9/11 families, and groups representing New York police and firefighters. Ken joins us now from New York. Ken, first of all, why is it so important in your mind to bring back the Twin Towers?
I believe this is one of the greatest symbols of this great country. This symbol is recognized in countries around the world, in every culture, in every language. And I believe especially at this time when we are experiencing this economic crisis, nothing could be more symbolistic, nothing could be more powerful than to see these towers, this symbol of our economic power, rise once again in New York City.
You've been spending a lot of time on these designs. Take us through some of the safety issues. We're looking at some of your plans now, some of the images. Tell us why the new Twin Towers would be safer than the older ones.
What we've done basically is we've applied the new technology to this design. It's in a way comparing this to a 1969 Mustang and a 2009 Mustang. It's a completely different design. It's built to meet the current standards of today's technology. We've also changed the programming in this design. We have now a new economic and developing marketing world in this day and age. So we've added to this residential, which would require an active legislature between New York and New Jersey. I believe this is something that we can do. This makes this a much more viable development. And at the end of the day, it is still a development project. I believe that this is an opportunity for Americans to get together, for New York to lead the way and show that we can build our way out of this economic crisis.
Your design would essentially leave footprints where the old towers stood. You would also have the memorial there at the bottom. The cost issue, though, of course, is crucial. The redesigned Freedom Tower would actually be occupied to the 100th floor, not the 70th as first envisioned. Why would the Twin Towers cost less than the Freedom Towers, and why would the Twin Towers be a less expensive rent?
Well, in the beginning, you're building 2 towers instead of 4. You're also building towers that are extruded all the way up, and by that I mean these buildings lend themselves to mass production, and mass production in any type of construction is always the most efficient and the most economic way to build.
Some New York officials have argued that the Freedom Tower project is already too far along because $1 billion has already been spent on designs and etc., despite the lack of actual construction, the ground up. What's your answer to them?
Well, there are those who say that we have gone so far with this project and that we have to look at it as and make the most of this, that it'll have to be good enough. But my answer to them is that good enough is not good enough for the United States. The people of the United States deserve the best. And this is the best response that we can have to this tragedy of 2001. This can show the world that New York and that the United States is back. And the president said, change has come to America. I believe that this is an opportunity to bring change to ground zero. This is an opportunity to show the world that the boldness of America, the boldness and strength of this economy is back.
Ken Gardner, good luck to you. We appreciate you coming on. And by the way, everybody, we're going to have some 9/11 families on tomorrow night to react to some of what they can just arguing. Ken, thanks again.
Thank you. Good evening.
Up next on 1600.
Cowboy movies, and I want to explain how these rules work in a more understandable way.
We know that Ron Blagojevich is a fan of Westerns, but the Illinois governor also has some good ideas about who might play him in a TV movie. Plus, even if you missed President Obama's inauguration, you can relive the historic event over and over again every time your phone rings.
milk student. You want the milk, bitch? Yeah. You know, somebody, listen. If he don't touch millions of dollars, nobody. So I said, tell him that I'm asshole.
Bingo. Tums goes to work in seconds.
My fault.
Bring it on.
If somebody want a good,
I'm fast. That's why I use the BlackBerry Bold with AT&T 3G speed. I can surf the internet fast, download attachments fast, and send them to my colleagues fast. Excuse me for a sec.
It's good to be fast.